I'm Poppy. 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 I am Poppy. I'm 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 Poppy.
This is way more highlights in this one. Okay, so she's Poppy. Poppy is a pop artist, as her name probably tells you. She is a recording artist that has a YouTube page called That Poppy Vivo, but she also has this channel, Poppy. And they're both official channels, however, she does not publicize this one. It's a hidden channel that you're supposed to find by breaking the barriers of what is the message and the medium, right? So how you do that is through other social media, where she also interacts with viewers, or participant viewers, I like to call them. And it's a very interesting thing, but I'm going to get into that further. So first of all, she is part of a collective. She works with this woman, Titanic Sinclair, making a reference to both Bo and Upton Sinclair. Make that as to what you will. So they work in collaboration, and they have this experience that I want to show you. So first of all, the way most people get to know Poppy is through music and hashtag music. All of her is media, social media. She is the personification of Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, all these things. So she began her career as a very traditional pop artist, in the innocent looking, talking about nonconformity and things. But eventually, she starts shifting. Her demeanor, her way, her cadence, everything changes and becomes more and more refined. So here we have videos where she starts talking and singing about things like money, and I quote, "If money can buy anything, why is it so fabulous?" So what she does is she's a parody of music, of popular music, but she makes it overt in her lyrics. So she talks about wanting to be famous and being worshipped. She talks about having money. She talks about wanting to buy everything and having everything. And it is getting progressively more refined. Now, you would say, okay, fine, well, this is what happens with anyone. You see, I don't know, Taylor Swift. But it's done in an accelerated pace. This is in the space of a year and a half. And when I thought I had everything figured out, just yesterday she released an entire album through Facebook, through YouTube. So it's weird. But she also adds on to things like conspiracy theories. She is also a mockery of this idea of every pop artist being Illuminati or being a clone of someone. We have videos in her secondary channel where she literally dies and it's rebooted as another person, right? So she retains the same personality to a way, but she loses the rebellious edge. And every time that you see like a cycle being complete where she tries to rebel against this mysterious they, she literally dies on camera and then becomes a rebooted version of herself. And she talks about these reboots, as computers in computer terms. So this is her webpage source code. So she, Poppy and Upton Sinclair introduced the imagery of Satanism or New World Order and all these things overtly in frames, in web pages, in every kind of thing. It's never on the surface. You always have to go digging. There's videos where you have to take the audio, run it through a spectrogram to find pentagrams, or you will find inverted, reversed, slowed down audio that tells them to buy this, or tell them to do this other thing. This is one of the most famous images. That is Baphomet, and she is mirroring the pose. And then we have the all-seeing eye, or in this case, the all-seeing heart. But so this is a way of encouraging discourse. And why does she do that? Well, because this powers YouTube's algorithms. By creating all these hidden messages, it compels the audience to become participant and to create their own content reflecting on her own words and actions, thus creating a dialogue between the spectator and artist in a way that is harder in certain other media. You can't truly do that in gallery space. You can't really truly do that in person unless you have a long-standing relationship with the person, right? So she has things like hidden messages in "I'm not lying to you," or that puppy. It's a hidden ARG, which was a theory that it was just been marketed employed. So far, it doesn't have the markers of an ARG or a mental reality game, where there's no end game. There's no reveal towards a product or an idea or a concept. It just keeps showing these hidden messages over and over again. And they keep making comments on internet culture, on every kind of thing. So as you can see, we have these things like a new explanation of Poppy, because every time something changes, recently she started a cult. And you can actually buy the Gospel of Poppy online, and it has hidden messages in it, and you can buy t-shirts saying, "I'm not in a cult, I buy Poppy." And Poppy says, I'm your queen, but we're not a cult, but I love my cult. So she's always giving you these contradicting messages. But the point is that this is the important part, that in YouTube you go and your point of entry may be conspiracy theories, and then you find the music, and then you find the hidden channel, which I'll show you later, or the other way around. You'll hear from her from other people because she has done deals or with famous YouTubers. So you may have heard of PewDiePie. She actually interacted with PewDiePie without PewDiePie knowing that he was being played. He's one of the biggest streamers in YouTube history, the richest one, and that's how she got her name out. So it's a new way of mixing and creating a new way. What we usually consider as the channel has become the message, or that is here. So there's also this thing which is called they. She refers to they. They told me to do this. They told me to say this. They are not letting me out, which furthers this conspiracy theories, which keeps the fire going on because people want to see what happened, right? So I don't know what happened here, but well, this is actually I don't know if this is a word in English. I took it from Spanish, but it's basically you have the diegetic, which is the idea that there's some elements of the historian and there's extra diegetic. So if Hector turns on the radio and you hear that during the play or the movie, it's diegetic. If there's no way the music could have come out of the speakers of a car or something, then it's extra diegetic, right? So Poppy mixes this. One of the important things about Poppy is that there's no real person. What do I mean by this? Well, effectively, Cepeda has managed to raise who we think is called word operator from the face of the world. So anything prior to Poppy does not exist. And if someone uploads, say, a demo tape, it's taken down immediately through a DC, a Digital Mail-in Copyright Act request. So this is also a novel way of controlling the image, because we're normally accustomed to kind of like, say, Lady Gaga, and then we have Stephanie Giamotto, and we realize that there's two things. One is a character, one is a real being. With Poppy, that barrier disappears. She has managed to control through technology and through channels her own existence. And now she appears in public always in character. I know there's still a real person behind this, but to day-to-day observation, she's not real. But she is real. If you're familiar with Hatsune Miku, which is a Japanese pop idol that's actually a VR experience that fills concert spaces on her own, she is the equivalent but in the flesh. And let's take it to this. So these are supposedly her private channel. And these videos are in the spirit of ASMR videos. So it's this oral experience with heightened sound, very high fidelity sounds. She has a very low voice, and then there's this ominous minor note humming in the bottom of every video. It could be so very innocuous things, like her just pulling petals of a flower in a very fluxus type performance. So she could just be reading the Bible for 45 minutes. But then you have the ones where she dies, or you have the ones where she's making a commercial for Tide detergent, saying, "I love Tide. Tide keeps my clothes clean," and things like that. But it's always the same tone. So she is breaking the barriers through this channel, which is supposed to be a personal channel, and the professional channel, right? But she also uses other methods. For example, Facebook. She has managed to make participant performances live. So this was called the Build's Computer, and it was a live video on YouTube where participants could vote on, like, through likes and dislikes on what action Poppy would take. And after a few minutes, you can take it in creating the first, like, feedback thing that I have ever seen, right? In this particular, it's just an avenue that might be interesting for what other artists to explore, right? She also has this. It's a hotline. You can call Poppy and talk to her. She would respond in character. People would tweet, and they would be integrated into the live feed. But it also served as a way to introduce a new character. Unbeknownst to audience, one of the callers called Computer Boy was actually an in-universe character. She looked like she broke character. It was planned to appear as if she was a breaking character and had become the servant statement. And then it comes out that Computer Boy is her boyfriend. But Computer Boy is a literal computer. It's also this critique on the relationship with computers and media and things like that. She also appears in her own Reddit. She got the name for a song from 4chan, which is a terrible, terrible place to go. And this is the gospel Poppy, which is the latest development we've seen. And see, I love that quote. Hashtag Poppy, even though we have places where she says, "I'm not gonna Poppy." So again, we have the Girl Club, PC Magazine, or ANP Radio and things. So she does performances, appearances in public. It's all in character. It's part of the idea. So when we look at Poppy, I think it's one of the most novel ways to present performance by breaking the barriers of the real and the surreal, of the digital and the physical. And thanks to Thomas Albert, I think I found a way to describe her as a living oxygraph. Yeah, so it's this. I'm not arguing that she's a good artist or a bad artist. That's for others to decide. But what I want, like, people to see or notice is how the virtual has allowed us to break into the real and erase any evidence of divide between the two without using anything overly technological. In most terms, this is very traditional. But at the same time, it's wielding the channel as, because we trust the channel, right? When we look at a YouTube video like this, what's in the square, the video square, we take as fiction. But we tend to interpret whatever's on the sides, the comment sections, or Twitter, or the sidelines, or the recommended videos as truth. She takes that trust and breaks it. And I think that's the real important thing about Poppy. And we have to explore by other, maybe even better artists. But, well, that's all I have. Hashtag thank you.